All right, welcome to another episode of Whiteboard Wednesday. I'm so happy that you've tuned in today, and I got something in store for you, okay? What we're going to be talking about today is overcoming objections, and the only 3 objections that you need to face, all right? Once you get this high-level framework, I guarantee you won't have problems closing your next sale. All right, let's get started. So, there are 3 reasons why people say no to you, okay? Once you understand this, I guarantee you what's going to end up happening is you're going to start seeing these frameworks and you're going to be able to work on these objections. So, first reason someone says no to you is price. Second reason why someone says no to you is they have a decision maker or they have someone else that needs to make a decision. The third reason why someone says no to you is that they want to stall. So I'm going to share with you in terms of high level how you actually overcome these objections. So the first objection, which is price, the actual issue is always going to be value. So what you've done is that you haven't shown the value of why the prospect needs to say yes. Because what you're talking about is money. And what they're hearing is like, it's going to cost you $200, it's going to cost you $300, it's going to cost you $10,000. What they don't hear is what's the value it's going to bring back to them. So what you're not doing is showing them that this is so worth it and that it's priceless. Some questions that I ask in this when I'm thinking about price is, what's the value on your health? And at that point, they're like, it's priceless. So what are we talking about that you can't get started because of price? Let's figure out something that you can do. Let's not talk about what you can't do, right? Because a lot of times people are like, I can't do this, Manny, I can't get started. Okay, that's cool. What are you able to do? Because we're on the same page. I'm here to help you. And my goal is not to break your bank. My goal is to help you get those results that you want. Okay? Next thing, decision maker. This one's a big one. Because with decision maker, the general issue is they're going to put that decision on someone else. That next person is going to be a wife, let's say spouse, parent, someone else. And generally the main issue is that they don't want to make the decision on their own. So what they tell you is, sorry, you know what? I got to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my wife. I got to talk to my boyfriend, girlfriend. I got to talk to my parents. I got to talk to my grandparents. They say I got to talk to someone else. And what happens at that place is you're like, okay, well, I'll see you when you talk to them. That is the wrong way to overcome that objection. The way you would overcome that objection, there are 3 different things you're going to do, okay? The first thing you're going to do is this. Okay, so, Mr. Prospect, you said you had to talk to your wife. Totally understand. You know what? I have a wife at home, and you know what? When I'm about to make purchases, I talk to my wife as well. And the first thing I do is I make the purchase, and then I let her know I spent the money. That's what I do. But I don't know how it is in your household. And then for them, they're like, well, you know, I guess I can do that. And it's like, okay, so you can make the purchase and then spend the money, go home, talk to your wife. We have a 10-day comfort guarantee where you can just cancel it. That's 1. 2. So have you ever made a purchase before without telling your spouse? Well, yeah, I have. Okay, so what's the difference between this purchase and the other purchase? Then they'll tell you what it is. And at that point, you can see the difference in terms of value. Okay, the next thing. Here's the last thing, which is this. It's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. I'm just saying, getting people started is the one thing that you want to be able to do. At the end of the day, we're talking about health here, right? And a lot of times when it comes to decision makers, they're putting the decision on other people, and instead of making it for themselves, they want someone else to make it. And a lot of times people don't talk about to their spouses, to their significant other, to their grandparents, their parents, about what's happening in their life. They're going to share with you all the different things they're going through, but they're not sharing it with other people. And so when you say it's time for you to get started, and they're like, you know, Manny, I got to talk to my spouse. They go home and talk to their spouse. All they're going to do is say, this is how much money it is. So I'm going to share with you another bonus here for decision maker, how you can overcome this objection before it's an objection. Stay till the end. Okay, last one's a stall. Stall sounds like this. Can I make this decision next week? Well, here's the thing. What is actually stopping them from making the decision right now? So whenever you get a stall, what it is that it's fear of failure. Fear of failure. And what they're doing is that they're stalling to make the actual decision because they're afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. So what you have to do at that point is help them make a decision. This is why in sales what we're doing is when you learn the scripts, when you learn how to talk to people, when you learn how to actually communicate, all you're doing is helping them go through the process of making a decision. That's all sales is, right? I want you to be able to make a decision on the spot. So when they say I need to wait till next week, you got to ease their concern. Okay, totally understand. I gave you a lot to think about. So, Mrs. Prospect, what questions do you have right now? Because what I found is when people stall, it means they have some sort of concern or question I haven't answered yet. And then they ask me, well, do I have to do 12 months? Do I have to do 6 months? Can I pay in full? Is there any less bi-weekly? Because that bi-weekly is too expensive for me. Is there any gym memberships that you might have? Can I get something else? They always ask for something else. And you show them the other options, and guess what happens? They say yes. So when you're looking at working with people, these are the 3 reasons why people are going to say, I can't do it. Once you understand that these are the 3 reasons why, here's what you need to do, okay? You need to start writing this on paper and say, okay, it's too expensive. What's your objection how are you going to overcome that objection? Have a quick thing you can say. Decision maker, I got to talk to my spouse, I got to talk to my girlfriend, I got to talk to my boyfriend. What are you going to say? Stall. Can I wait till next week? What are you going to say? Like, you're hearing the objections over and over again. So now all you have to do is write it on a piece of paper and write down all the different ways you can overcome that objection. Now, if you want to be successful, that's something you want to do. Okay, so for you guys that stayed to the end, okay, thank you. So I'm going to teach you something here that's really going to help you. Decision maker. So when someone says they have a decision maker, here's how you overcome that objection before it becomes an objection. Number 1, all you're going to do is this. So, Mr. Prospect, is there anyone that you need to help you make this decision? Mrs. Prospect, is there anyone that you need to talk to before you make big decisions? Young person, is there anyone in your corner that's going to help you through this journey? All you need to do is figure out, is there anyone else? And they say yes, great. So because I want to tell you this, I want to let you know what we're going to be doing when we sit down and talk. We're going to be talking about getting you started on your fitness journey. It might take some finances. It will take some finances if you want to take it seriously. And because you have someone else that's going to be there, hey, bring them along so we can all sit down and talk about it together and figure this out. And most likely, if they're really serious, they'll bring their spouse, they'll bring their dad, they'll bring their girlfriend, they'll bring their boyfriend. That's how you overcome that objection, okay? The last objection, which is price, here's another bonus for you, is when you talk to people, what you have to do is you have to start hearing them, okay? What you want to hear is this. Okay, what do you do for work? They're going to tell you, I work at the nuclear power plant. I work at Maple Leaf Gardens. I work at the movie theater. You start hearing what they do for work. Once you start hearing what they do for work, what do you think you're going to do? Okay, so at that point, they have a job. I've said this before. If they have a job, all you have to do is now figure out what they value. Once you figure out what they value, then you can be like, okay, cool. You have a job. Do you value your health? How can I help you make more money through your job through this? A lot of people you have to see this as an investment. It's not something that's going to cost them money. It's something that's going to make them more money. The way you portray it to people is how people are going to think about it. Okay? Thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you so much for watching this. If you found something out of this, please share it with a friend. Remember, there are only 3 reasons why people say no: price, decision maker, and stall. Those are it. And if you write down your overcoming objections and your scripts that you're going to say on a regular basis, I guarantee you will have more sales. You'll get more people started, and you'll get more people on the right path. Thank you so much. Peace.